Misty Bog tutorial.
Nut.
Let's fucking go.
No.
So what you have to do is kill this chicken right away because you will not have gold sparks coming into this level due to damage abuses in the home world. But as you come through here, these gems are not too bad to collect. Just be aware that you'll be sparkless and don't try to jump charge. You have to charge, recharge, and then walk in order to get around those. Once you hit them, you can jump charge though for optimal speed, movement, gaming, efficiency. Gotta flame charge this first guy right here, and the thing with him is sometimes he'll see you early and start coming at you like he did in this case. That'll just cause you to have to grab this gem and flame charge early, and see I barely grabbed that flame charge right there. Barely hit him, so that's why you really want to hit that guy later rather than sooner, the first guy I mean. And then when you're in a position like this, then this guy might come at you early as well, so just be ready for the first and third guy to come at you early. The second and fourth guys don't tend to do that unless you're moving slowly, and if you're in the air, then you have a better chance of the enemies not seeing you. But, you know, you could also just play it ballsy like I did on that fourth guy and just flame charge through him. Now, you'll see, this is a funny moment of using the camera. I actually used the camera right here. You can see I'm holding L2 because I wasn't sure if I got all the gems from this area over here. So, that's a funny application of the camera that you don't really see much. Because I'm a god gamer, you know, I do that sort of shit. Now, right here, I actually go around the back of that wooded area for that little hut to my left. I go around that first because it creates a better line coming out of this area, but it's more reliant on frog RNG. What people who go for safer strats do they'll fucking grab these two metal chests first and then go around the backside over there. But I believe that this way is a bit faster, and you can see right here, this approach angle, you have to grab that second box out of the air while flame charging the first one. You can get a double flame charge on them, but it's unlikely. So I prepare for that second one to not flame charge. Now, same thing here. These frogs can be, usually what will happen is this frog will be closer to here and this frog will be sometimes back here if you're unlucky. So whatever the case, just try your best to flame charge them. If you flame charge these frogs, they won't lick you. If you're taking frogs one at a time and you're flame charging them efficiently, they won't lick you. I mean, if you're just playing efficiently, they won't lick. It's that simple. I mean, I know that's like, oh, fuck the frogs and Misty Bogs, it ruined my childhood or whatever. It's like, just get good at flame charging, and that's one of those enemies that sort of becomes trivialized by the technique. Come around now. Go for this. This is another great flame charge to go for. These hogs are a lot harder to flame charge. You have to get a lot closer to them, and keep in mind they're going to be moving towards you. So see how this flame charge comes out at the last moment and go off to the side. You also kind of got to go off to the side. It'll help out with kind of extending sparks diagonally a little bit. That tends to help with enemies like this for flame charging. But you don't have to. If you want to play it safe, you do not have to flame charge this guy. Imagine now that I did not flame charge him. The gem goes straight up and down. Then I hit this guy, fade back, grab that gold that would have been down there, and then continue my movement. So that's like a half second, difference, really. A lot of people will opt to grab more safe strats. A lot of people will opt to grab the first, this guy right here, so that way they don't have to deal with as many bodies when they come back around later on in the level. Grab these. Be careful, especially on this tree stump right here. It's easy for sparks to miss this one or this one. Come down. I like to aim for this seam between the two here's a polygon and here's a polygon. I like to aim right here and then kind of crank it down left ways like that. With these two boxes right here, there's a cool strat where you can do a charging jump or a charge jump, aka up against the curved. It's kind of like an angled wall at the top there that pushes down against Spyro. It's angled like this way. I can't show it, but it's angled upwards and against Spyro, so it pushes him down into the boxes when you do a charge jump. So I'll show that strategy here. Now, the homie Zeke here, he's a very important dragon because he tells you that Nasty Nork fucked his wife. So you just got to be aware of the lore and what's going on, that the dragons are trying to brainwash you and do Nestor's bidding on your behalf. So that's just an important thing to bear in mind. Now, with these two hogs right here, I recommend going for flame charges on them. And again, the hogs are fucking assholes. Basically, they're tough. If you got to get close to them, and they'll be charging at you super fast. Sometimes, especially if you miss your flame, they will hit you. But look at this flame charge. I mean, boom. I mean, that shit is just like puts you in the perfect position to get you these 2 boxes. Now, again, you want to play it safe. You flame right here, hit the guy while flaming, and then you'll hit this guy probably right there, right? You can hit the 2 boxes, come back for the blue, scroll around, and then jump for the other one out of the air as well. But come on, who wants to do that? I mean, look how sick that shit was. Like, this is a little strat like this. It saved me a few seconds. Now, that was just a terrible flame charge, and the reason for that is the guy came around wide. I was expecting him to come straight at me like this, but look at how he came wide right here. Came wide right on my face. Jump charging, jump charging. For tight turns, you're going to want to jump charge. You can also jump charge here, but you don't have to. You can just pivot charge hop or pivot charge jump. Pardon me. Go for charge jumps on these. They're definitely doable, but you got to make sure you jump off the edge of the edges here. If you do not jump like reasonably close to the edge of these platforms, you will bonk. Charge jump, I mean. Now, I do a strategy here where I turn to the right. And fade back and grab those. You can see I was trying to fade back and grab that blue right there. But essentially, you want to kind of push up against the camera, go for it, and then as you're fading up, you hit that blue and peek out at the yellow. You can also go for a charge jump right here as well. Again, you have to be super close to the edge right here. And because this is a corner, I mean, corners are just dangerous, especially the corners in Beastmakers. The one in the homeworld off of the big temple when you're going for the key, that's another corner that's similar to this one where you can just get, like, you can just fall off it if you're trying to optimize it. So that's why I tend to not go for this charge jump right here. But if you do get a nice jump off of it, it's totally doable. It's just tough and a little risky. While we have a moment, I just want to say I love you. Okay. Imagine you're sitting right here, you've practiced your flame charges, and you see these 3 boxes right here. You're thinking, man, I want to flame charge those motherfucking boxes, and I want all 3 of them to home in on me because I'm a big Spyro gamer. Well, that's the wrong move to do here. You have to charge through them, and the reason why is because you need to turn to the right to get this diagonal angle. Now, look what I'm doing with the camera. Okay, look at that L2 press right down there. That L2 press is so crucial because, look, I'm in this awkward diagonal. I mean, here's where I start. This is my camera start. Imagine I don't turn my camera here. This is the most awkward angle to double flame these boxes from. So that's why you got to crank the camera around. And now, beautiful position to do this double flame. And you turn on the 3rd one in order to kind of to turn that double, to get an extra flame out. So you only have to do 5, right? An extra flame on that 3rd box. And now after the 2nd flame, look at this. Right after the 2nd flame, I hit L1 to roll. Now, and that's because there's a cooldown between the flames. You can only go at a speed of flame, 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 like something like that, right? So you have plenty of time to roll directly after the 2nd flame. So recap, flame, flame, turn, roll. And then if you get the fucking flame charge on this one, you can actually magic stare off of this, which means you charge jump and then charge jump again off that ledge. And now look at this, a super swag strat. And again, I'm going to show this on screen, like right here somewhere. You can actually land down here on this polygon right here. You can only stand on this little tiny part of it. You cannot stand here, and you cannot stand on that side either. You have to do a charging jump off of it. For the swag strat, does save a couple seconds. Now right here, there's some really nuanced movement. I really think it's important to charge into this last box, let go of charge, and then recharge, because that's going to kind of reset your orientation as well as your momentum going into this ledge, which you'd think like, well, what does it matter, right? You can just keep charging, right? And it's true, you can keep just charging through this section, but by kind of like reorienting with that little recharge right there, you see I let go of charge right here. No square press on the input viewer. It allows you to turn that extra little bit to get the optimal angle to charge and then preserve some of that momentum to extend the ledge and get that full hop charge glide you need. You can see I still just barely made that, right? It's a tough jump. It's a deceptively tough charge glide to make. So give yourself that nice little kind of mini recharge as an extra run up, you know? And with this guy right here, it's the same thing as earlier in the level where he can, it's the same thing as the first shrub where he can see you early. So because this one did not see me early, I could grab his gem out of the air and go straight up to the log in one hop. But if he does see you early and comes at you, you have to grab his gem, charge, and then hop up the log. Coming down this way. Now, these are the guys where you could have killed this extra guy right here. You could have killed this extra guy here earlier, and you could see why people do that. Is because now I had to do a short hop fade back, and now I'm charged up. But I mean, to me, to me, that's not a big deal. But to other people, it's like, oh, well, I'd rather just hit that and then keep going, right? Yeah. You just got to be careful with the bodies. Sometimes this guy's body can land on the edge, and he can push you around. You can, like, flop you. Because imagine I charge out of this position and hit the guy's body before it hits the water. You know, you're going to get flopped. Those hitboxes are still active. Charge jump these. You can charge jump this one, and after killing these guys, you can charge jump that one. You can see I'm doing fade back short hops in that area in order to really set up my approach angle correctly for the charge hops. Oof. Fell into the water there. Now, the reason that happened is because Sparks is grabbing... Sparks is preoccupied, so I have to manually grab these gems. And ordinarily, these gems would be a little bit like easier to grab. They're kind of on a weird like little roll cycle there, right? So I ended up kind of having to turn harder than I wanted left during this walk. And so I didn't get my full hop out in time. And I just ended up charging off the fucking edge like an idiot. Now, with these frogs, you can do a number of strats, but what I like to do is go for a flame charge on the first one, grab the second one out of the air if possible. Since I missed this first flame charge, I had to kind of do an awkward recovery, but flame charge the first one, grab the second one out of the air, and then flame charge the last one. Aha, now here we are, Guantanamo. But look at this shit, dude. Holy moly, and then... So almost an amazing Guantan right there. And you may be asking, why do they call it Guantanamo Bay? It's because it's an island where they keep the worst criminals in this entire game. Hardy har. I know, it's so funny. Anyways, let's fucking move on through this. You can see that these first three bogs are very misty, as you can see. And that's why they call it Misty Bog. Anyways, the fucking frogs in Misty Bog... These three can be in a number of different positions. This one can be further up this way, and then these two can be further to the right. If they're far to the right, you just gotta be careful that they don't lick you as you're going around them. I decided to go ballsy and just fucking kill them like a beast. This second guy from the end will always come out to the middle, so you'll usually not be able to hit him, but sometimes he'll stand solid so you can flame charge him while hitting the other guy. If that were to happen, be careful not to turn your camera too early into this guy right here. Because you can see he's primed and ready to fucking lick. And I barely got this flame charge out in time. See that? See how his fucking tongue came out right there? See that? Look at that. He fucking flicked my noggin. Yeah, that's what we call it in the biz. He flicked my noggin right there. And I fucking got away unscathed, dude. That's like a bullet fucking grazing your scalp right there. I don't know how the fuck I missed that. I was trying to be too safe with my angles or some shit. But anyways, that's pretty much the end of the level right there. Just keep in mind after the homeboy Damon, don't be too hasty with these. These fucking stairs are actually awkward, really awkward. Because you're coming out of this dragon and it's like, well, do I jump right away or do I charge and then jump charge? I think a charge and then a jump charge is the way to go, but that's just little like picky nuance. The real key is that you don't bonk on these stairs. Don't bonk on the stairs. Play it really full, like hold the X button before charging, and don't be too hasty with, especially because they look like small stairs. That's the other thing is these stairs look smaller, but look at how their fucking angle protrudes and juts out. That makes them harsher ledges, which makes them less lenient and more bonkable. A lot of legends and beastmakers are like that. Now the last two gems right there, make sure you do a short hop charge into them. Take a look at that in slow-mo and look at how we only have to wait for the green. See, we collect all those last 4 gems at the same time. If we didn't do that, we'd have to wait for the 2 blues to collect, and then you exit the level. You're good to go. So thank you for watching my Misty Bog tutorial. If you made it this far, you're a fucking legendary gamer, and I think you have what it takes to be the best. And yeah, just go out there and flex your world record on cute girls and tell them that I said hi. I'll catch you in the next one, and peace. Mwah.
Damn.